Very excited to be talking to you because we both had big news or having big news right now. We are announcing a new partnership between our two organizations for the New Deal and Next 50. And I'm delighted that you've come on to talk a little bit about that and how we're going to work together and what you're up to and why we're doing this. So maybe I thought we'd just start with a little bit from you on for those folks who are not familiar with Next 50. Why don't you give people a chance to meet Next 50?
Absolutely. Well, it's great to be back with you. I know that we had the opportunity a few years ago to chat when I was serving as the Iowa Senate Minority Leader, and today serving as Executive Director of the Next 50. We are essentially a bench building organization that was founded back in 2019. For the last 50 years, the right wing conservative movement has had extensive national infrastructure that is dedicated to identifying, cultivating, training, and preparing right wing conservative leaders. There is a whole constellation of these organizations that are out there. Your listeners and viewers may not have heard of them, but they've definitely heard of their alumni. People like Mitch McConnell, Mike Pence, Clarence Thomas, Antonin Scalia, a whole new generation now, people like Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, who come out of that infrastructure, and now, of course, our Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance. And we have seen the right wing really effectively identify, cultivate, support these young next generation leaders, and those young leaders have just really high upside on the right wing, and on the left there hasn't ever really been anything that's really that comparable, and that was part of why the Next 50 was founded in 2019, was to begin identifying some of those young up and coming leaders and help provide them with support. Over the years, our mission has evolved and the organization has grown. Today we identify and endorse 50 up and coming leaders in every election cycle, predominantly at the state and local level. So whether that's fellow state legislators like myself, local leaders, and then a handful of folks who are running for the U.S. House or statewide office. This is our sixth year. We were founded in 2019. But the team is growing. Our mission has never been more important, and we're thrilled to be partnering with New Deal, given how much overlap we have already with the folks who we've been supporting, and what I view as really complementary strengths between New Deal and Next 50. And the whole founding point of our organization, and the reason it's in the name, we got to make sure that the next 50 years are different. And I think this partnership is going to be a big part of making sure that's true.
Yeah. And I'm so excited because, obviously, as you mentioned, you've been a New Deal leader for a long time as an Iowa State Senator. Some of the other team members that work with you have been around and active in New Deal in their capacity, Mari Manoukian and others. One of the reasons I'm excited about this partnership is I feel like New Deal has done such a great job for our 15 years in supporting elected officials, primarily younger, rising elected officials at the state and local level who are really carefully chosen because they're super effective. They're problem solvers. They are, and we've seen over our 15 years of these folks rising, like you said, some of these people that folks will know through the New Deal, like Pete Buttigieg, and the fact that we now have, three governors and Josh Shapiro, Josh Stein, and Matt Meyer, and 18 members of Congress, 3 in the Senate and 15 in the House. So some of whom are overlapping, as you said, with your endorsements. But we've been excited to watch those folks and to be part of their journey in rising. But we have, spent our time working on the governing side of the House, and doing that work. Once people are elected, to support them to be as effective as they can be in their legislature or mayor's office or whatever it is.